Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live show. It was one of them days where it was a little mixed up. It kept going up and down, but I'm not convinced it's ready to rock and roll yet. That's for sure. And obviously, Microsoft was just a little flat. NVIDIA, Meta, Amazon, and Tesla, they all closed a little up. Google and Apple was way down today, and so is Oracle. I believe they had earnings. We'll go through and look, and we'll see what else is going to be popping. But guess what? We did hit the 100%er there, SYRS. That one was over 100% today. So, boom, we knew that one was rocking and rolling. And we'll find out what's going to be popping for tomorrow, the rest of this week, and how the rest of these big caps and everything else look, and how our crypto looks, of course. So, here we go. Let's rock and roll, everybody. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. Always do your due diligence. I hope everybody had a great day today. And, like, again, we're not doing bad at all. Everybody's complaining about the market going down, and I'm perfectly fine with it. You just short the right one down, and you're perfectly good. I'm telling you, it works out great. I don't have any long positions on anything, so there's no reason that I would be upset about it pulling back, except the fact if I was jumping in things to make them go up, and we're definitely not doing that. We've read it perfectly, and all the poppers we've hit before they've run. So I must say we're doing quite well. And again, remember we talked about this months ago that this was going to happen and that we'd be prepared for it and we'd play the market perfectly. Well, here you go. It happened even sooner than I thought. But guess what? We're playing it perfectly. I mean, for a market pulling back, everybody's losing their minds. I'm just cruising right along, having a good old time, not caring that it's going down. So, hope everybody else feels the same way. And yeah, we've been hitting some poppers. We've been hitting everything going down, up, the ones that want to go up, and we're doing great. We knew crypto's just hanging out, going down, and that's perfectly fine. Like I said, that ETF 500 kind of impresses me because as much as these things have pulled back, that thing just stays around like a 4 million market cap right there now. And yeah, it was at five. And I mean, Solana was down at like 120, maybe even lower. It was crazy what kind of dip it took. And that one didn't dip as hard as some of these other ones. I mean, if you look at which one? Doge. If you look at Doge, that's way down at like 16 cents. That was at 41 cents not long ago. So that one just like got destroyed completely. And so many other ones did too. And yeah, relatively, it obviously went down, but again, it's kind of just hanging out there holding its weight. So I'm actually kind of impressed looking at that chart. And yeah, if these things start rolling up, I don't know if they're exactly ready yet, but when they begin to get ready to, it is going to be moving. I promise you that. And it probably, like I said, will be a big winner. And I expect these things in the summertime to be cruising. And I don't think they're going to run that long. I'm not going to lie. We've talked about it before. Before he even took office, I said I was expecting it to run up a little bit and then see this kind of pullback and then pop again. He came in, just started clearing house. We talked about the reasons why it would come down when this was happening. So perfectly normal that it's happening. I don't think people understand the logistics of what's going on. We completely understood it because we went over this before it even happened months ago. So we knew it was going to happen. It was just a little bit faster. Like I said, Elon got in there and just went nutty. And I'm perfectly good with it. I mean, what they're doing is cutting a bunch of nonsense. And like I explained before, yeah, it might look bad now, but it's only to keep the country afloat and to be actually kind of salvageable and a successful country in the future because it was about to go bankrupt and under. So I had talked about that before as well. So I don't think it's anything that crazy, but yeah, you're just seeing some big pullbacks. And I think everybody was expecting this market to just go straight up, straight like nonstop, because obviously it had that momentum when he got elected, and now you're seeing this big pullback, and they don't understand the logistics of it, but we definitely understand it. We went over it, and like I said, I'm perfectly fine with it. It's not phasing me at all, and I know there's going to be amazing opportunity. I mean, these shortened down are amazing. I mean, some of them are really going down. They're going down harder than they ever go up. I can promise you that. And the options work the exact same. Just put it down instead of hitting them going up. It's the exact exact same. So it's not hard at all. And you can nail these things. Just the SPY alone, you could have nailed for like over 7 days. So we're definitely not doing bad. And we'll know when it reverses and we'll catch that reverse. And then again, when they start popping back up, and this is what I talked about before, let's play the market both ways. And that's what we're doing now. We've kind of transitioned the show to honestly hit whatever the best opportunities are at that moment. That's what we have to look at, whether it is big caps, small caps, penny stocks, crypto, meme coins, who cares what it is? They give us a chart, let's rock and roll with it. So we take the best opportunities we can get at that moment, and that's what we're presented. So that's what you work with, and that's what we've been doing, and we've been doing it great on the show. And I hope everybody's just following along and listening because, like I said, we've been nailing it nonstop. Even when I'm posting about the SPY, it did change quick at the end of the day there. I was like, maybe that's the bottom. And within like 10 minutes later, I might have spoken too soon. And I actually posted again real quick because it dipped right into the basement. It pulled itself up like it looked like that bottom. And then obviously there was a lot of Trump speaking and this and that going on with tariffs and everything else. So that thing was bouncing around all day today. So here we go. Let's cruise through, find what's going to be popping and see what we're getting into for tomorrow. And that SYRS, again, it ran pretty nice today. We knew it was in a great spot, and it did. It popped up over 100% today, 9 cents to 30. It closed at 9. So again, these things run up, and I don't know if it's going to run up. It's hitting that line. We already know what that look is, and honestly, like we keep saying it, but we know that pattern and that look. So these things would they would fake us out. They did it for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then we caught on to what was going on. And now we know how to play them perfectly. We know which ones are in the right spot. We know which ones are going to be popping, and we know not to get faked out by any. So this one ran up today, and I'm sure you're going to see it hit this MACD and pull back tomorrow. So I wouldn't be chasing it. We'll look at it in the morning, see if it can cross through, but I highly doubt it. And again, it went over 150% today. So, and we were talking about it the other day right before it got set up. I know we were because we've been watching this thing for a while. It was down at like 6.5 cents and it opened up today at 15. And that's where, or yeah, it opened today at like 15. Yesterday, it was down here at about 7. So we were down there at the very bottom there. It gapped up today and then went cruising. And that is your SYRS over 159%, I think, from when I posted it just the other day, maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. And boom, there you go. So we're still crushing the market. I see people posting nonstop and talking about how brutal it is. And I'm like, well, here's a 159%er. The SPY was going down. These were all going down. I don't understand what the problem is. Let's just play the market accordingly, and you're perfectly fine. So that's what we're doing now, and it's going to work out. I think we're going to have to do it for the next 4 years, but hey, we got a good jump start. I like it. I'm not complaining, and we're going to keep on rolling with it. So here we go. Let's rock and roll through our list. OCEA, and that one was in our number one spot before I saw someone say it got bumped out. I actually don't put them in any particular order. It's just been at the top of the list for so long, and it hasn't popped yet, and it's in that great spot, so I keep it on there. And honestly, I would look at it for tomorrow, but SYRS was pretty impressive today, and we knew it was going to run, so I wanted to talk about it first. And yeah, OCEA, I'm telling you, watch this thing. It's in the right spot, just how SYRS was, and it's trying to get out of that basement, and it's looking good. So keep an eye on this bad boy tomorrow because I'm telling you, it can get cruising any moment here. So, and even watch for a little dip and rip, but I don't even know if it's going to do it. I think it might just get rolling right there. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on OCEA right there. Tesla bounced that support on the lower, whatever that is. I can't even say that word, that Fibonacci or whatever it is, the retracement line. So let's see if it holds. Yeah, I don't know if it is though, Luis Rodriguez. We'll just check it out really, really quick. And again, they look like they were trying to bottom out today. I'm not going to lie. and then all of a sudden they kind of reverse back. You could see the SPY kind of go down again at the end of the day. It did. It closed red. It bounced up a little in the after hours. We see that all the time, and I think it might really dip into the basement tomorrow. It had the chance to get out right when I had posted that one post. I was saying how it was trying to pop out of there, and it looked like the bottom. And then I'm telling you, within 10 or 15 minutes, it was just like boop. It just went straight down, right back in. And I'm like, that's not a good look when that happens like that. So they don't look like they're trying to curl up. They look like they might be pulling back, especially that SPY. We'll go over them. And here we go. Let's see what little small caps and other ones we want to see running. That Buru is up in the after hours. I think I saw that on my watch list up there. Let me see. Yeah, 17 to 26. That's where it closed. It definitely ran up in the after hours. Finviz only has it at like 23, and that's like ran up in the after hours, but it was up higher, and it is at 26 cents. And watch BURU tomorrow with that momentum in the after hours, especially early in the morning, because that thing could keep cruising up there early. So that is your BURU, and we were all over that all week, I would say. Last week, that's been on the list. BHAT setting up was looking good. Another one we were talking about setting up today, and that thing ran up 4 to 6. It is back at 4, but again, a nice little pop up there. It's trying to roll back off that MACD, so definitely keep an eye on it. It's in a good spot, and it looks like it's trying to do something here. I'll look at it tomorrow. We'll see if BHAT can really get moving there. So I will definitely keep an eye on BHAT tomorrow, and obviously look at it in the morning. And if it's trying to move, you're going to get a little pop up. That Wint we looked at yesterday, Windtree we've been watching, we knew it bottomed out. They're just coming off of that split. It was rolling off the MACD, and that was up as well today, 180 to 220. It's at $2. Keep an eye on this WINT tomorrow as well. So I'm telling you, we've been all over everything that's moving, especially the ones that are gapping up and flying up. If there's three in a day, we're hitting two of them at least. And the other one we usually see early in the pre-market, why it's running up there. So we've been on point with just about everything. You just have to be able to trade them, obviously smart, and really just get in and out of these things. Don't worry about the tops. Don't worry so much about the bottoms, because we're pointing them out when they're getting moving, and that's what you need. But yeah, you just can't really worry about the tops right now. Who the hell knows where they are? I promise you, I can't even tell. Just get in and out, take your profits, and move on, and just kind of compound it like that if you can. SDOT's pulling back a little bit. I thought it was going to hold up right there, and it's not doing a bad job. Did it run up in the after hours? I didn't notice if it did, but it looks like it might have. I was going to say it was setting up nice. 319. I know it pulled back down under 3. It was at 299, and it closed at 327. So it did jump up there, and that 20 and 50 are meeting up, guys. Remember what I was telling you about this thing trying to get set up here? So keep an eye on SDOT, and we'll see if that one gets cruising more tomorrow. But we were early on that one as well. And this UOKA thing is just like a crazy one, guys. This thing just likes to run around. I know it ran up the other day, and I'm telling you, it's still in the right spot, and it looks like it wants to get cruising again. So I would keep an eye on it. It gets up over this 20, and it wants to. It's at 16 cents right now, and it's just over 16. It has to get up a hair higher. I can't exactly tell. It looks like it's just under 17 cents, and this thing's going to get moving. It's going to get up onto that 20 and really get cruising there. So keep an eye on this UOKA as well. That one's setting up in a good spot, as like I said. So that wants to jump up again, and it has jumped multiple times there. So we'll keep an eye on that. How about that GV Visionary Holdings? And this one's actually still in the top. It would pull back a little bit, but I would keep an eye on this for tomorrow to try to run up again. It hasn't came out of that top area, and we know once they pull back like this, they could easily run back up. So I would keep an eye on this and make it more of a momentum play than anything, because it's in the top, but it does does look like it wants to curl back up there. So I would definitely keep an eye on that. GV in the morning and LAC. Let's look at that. It was up a little bit today, and we've been watching it. We saw it bottom out when it got down to this 238 at the beginning of the month. It's at 294 right now, and another one just setting up right here. This is at Lithium Americas Corp, and it's at Metals and Mining in Canada. And yeah, LAC looking good right here. Keep your eye on that bad boy as well. It is getting set up, and it's been moving up for us. So I would keep my eye on that one. And AIM, AIM, this one, the chart actually changed. Remember how set up it was getting? It's not looking bad, but it was definitely set up more. I don't know. They have all kinds of stuff going on. I'll just read what it said today in the investor top five, whatever. There's some conference or something, nothing important. Let me see what it did here. AIM. It did run up a little, 13 to 14. It came down to 12. That's where it's at. And it's not looking bad. Just a little pullback onto that MACD right there. And I think it will try to get cruising back up. Maybe just a little, kind of just a draw, a little flat. So it's not real bad. That aim, it will aim back up, I think. And yeah, that Neo, we looked at that. Remember, we pointed that out last night. I know it was on the stock twits, but we looked at it the last couple nights. It was starting to run up there. Last night we didn't do the show, so it was 2 nights ago. So whatever, 2 nights. If I say last night, I meant 2 nights ago. I just did the quick Mag 7, and again, I will actually have everything live streaming video. I just want to do one more quick test run, make sure it works really well before I jump on and do a full show. I want to make sure I know where the link is, and you guys can definitely see it live. So let me just make sure of that, and then we will start shooting them like that. So that'll, I think, be much better. And yeah, I'm going to use the StreamYard. I think it seemed to work out last night when I did a little test run on it, and I uploaded it to my YouTube and my Twitter page, I guess, at the same time. And again, I'll do one more quick one, and then we'll start shooting them. And like I said, I just got to set it up beforehand, and I just got to see where the link is. I'm not sure if I could tweet out the link or if it's just going to pop up. So we'll have to figure that out real quick, and we'll have that. So it looks like we'll definitely have the live streaming, and you guys can watch me run through these charts live and hang out. So that should be pretty cool as well. And here we go. Like I said, AIM, it's getting set back up. It's just kind of flat. And again, the chart moved a little bit, but not looking terrible. So we'll keep an eye on that. LRHC, this one's actually trying to curl up today. Wasn't looking too bad. It was up a little bit. Again, it missed its window to try to run when it was really set up there, so it had to get reset up, and it came back down here. It is trying to bounce off that bottom. We'll see how high it can get moving, and we'll take a look at it tomorrow. That's at LRHC, La Rosa Holdings, and see what it can do. And that good old OCGN here was down just a hair. And again, we're just watching this thing, and I think this is going to be the last of the pullback here. And we've been watching it. I think this chart will get turned around. It did. It did the old, came up to the MACD, hit it, came right back down today. Perfectly fine. Let it pull back. We'll let it pull back as far as it wants to be honest with you, because I think the lower the better, obviously, because we're going to catch it off that pop, and it should be a good one the way this thing's setting up. That's why we've been looking at it, not to jump in it early, but just to kind of keep an eye on it. UPS was down $4. This one came dipping down, and they are not breaking through much resistance. It had the 50 and a hard resistance up there, and it is pulling back. I could see it jumping back up again tomorrow, UPS. But and rolling off that MACD, we know like when they stay up there, they like to roll off 3 times. So you can kind of catch the pattern, guys. I mean, they run up and then all of a sudden they pull back. They get to that MACD and then they bounce off it. They do it the exact opposite when they're underneath. So today they were exactly on the MACD. They were curling up. Now they hit it, and you see that they're trying to pull back again. You got to expect tomorrow going to be another pullback day. So you do get that one green day there like every few, and just because of the way that they're setting up, we've been picking them out like it's pretty easy to be honest. LMT, Lockheed Martin here, did pull back like $10, and that one ran up and hit the top yesterday. You couldn't tell if it really wanted to get up there, and it didn't, but I could see it again just pulling back. It might even stay over this 50 at that 464 area and still try to get up there. If not, it'll pull back into the 440s and then get cruising. So just see if where it wants to pull back to for LMT, and that is Lockheed Martin right there. And that ELF also pulled back. I know it was down 452, and again ran up beautifully the last few days, and another healthy pullback to the 20 right there. Let's see. Yeah, it's just sitting right there, and even if it pulls back some more, not a big deal. That's why I keep saying just play these pops real quick. And even if you sold it off the first day because it went Friday and then ran again Monday, it was perfectly fine. It popped up great. It hit that 20, and I didn't know if it was going to over the weekend keep going. It obviously did. On Monday, it popped up some more. But yeah, I mean, today it's pulling back, and it could just be a little healthy pullback, but $4 pullback on an option when you were just up there, you might as well just get rid of them. So that's why I'm saying don't expect them to run like crazy, but we're catching every pop up, and we know exactly. And when they get turned back around, it's going to be a beauty. I can promise you that because it will be wild right here. Elf, so there you go. Just pulling back. We'll look at it and see if it wants to get cruising back up. And then AAP is Advanced Auto Parts, just down a little bit. It's been running up. And another one, I expect it to pull back, guys. It's what's this? This is the one that gave us the look, but I mean, it's one, this is two, this is going to be a three banger here, and it's probably going to pull back some more. So that's AAP. We knew it was popping up here, and now you're going to get some pullback as it hits that MACD. So you just look for that pattern, and you can run them any which way you want to right now. That TTD, that trade desk, I was watching this thing. Big fish hook up there, and then just went flat and kind of pulled back some more. So again, you have to be super patient and make sure that you know that they're going to get rolling. And this one just wasn't ready to do it, and it looks like it could pull back. And if this thing pulls off of that MACD after that big fish hook, which it certainly could, it's definitely staying in that basement for a little bit to get set up again. So that's why I don't want to jump in these too early, because we were watching it was trying to make that base up here at 65, and now all of a sudden you're at 58 or 59. So they do pull back, and we do know that, and that's why you got to get right in and out of them as soon as they get moving. And that's that trade desk TTD. So yeah, we'll look at it and see if it pulls back. Might be a pretty good one to short down right there. If it doesn't, if it just makes that curl down some more off this MACD, I'll be looking for that. So LGMK is good old logic, Mark. And this has been in the basement for a little bit, a little while now. It's been trying to make a base. The 20's way up there, and we'll just have to keep an eye on it. It was trying to get set up. Didn't it run up a little bit the other day? Let me bring it up here, LGMK. Yeah, it ran up the other day on the 7th, which was what, Friday it ran up. And now it's just pulling back. And another one, it's crossed over. It is in the basement right there, but could easily get pulling back and roll off that MACD. So we'll keep our eyes on Logic Mark, LGMK, and good old HEPA. This one has been just kind of running flat. I know it was up a penny trying to move, and I saw it today. And yeah, it actually is going. It could possibly get out of the basement tomorrow. Keep your eye on this HEPA. It was moving around. It went 7 to 10. It closed at 5. I didn't even see that. Now I got to watch this thing tomorrow because it's buried into the MACD. The lines are just kind of sitting together. I'll have to see which way it wants to go. I would assume it would want to roll off the MACD and get out of the basement, but maybe it has other plans. I'm not exactly sure. I knew it was moving today. I did not see it close at 5 cents, though. I will definitely take a look at HEPA tomorrow and see what that's up to. And DGLY, let's see what that's doing, because that was trying to set up today. It was up a little, and it did get out of the basement, and it is trying to move that DGLY. So keep an eye on this. The 20 is right there at that 9 cents. You're at about 8 cents, and we were looking at it at the bottom when it was down here at about 6 cents. So your DGLY not looking bad. Like I said, it did pop out of that basement right there. We'll have to look at it tomorrow to see. It could run up. Honestly, watch it early tomorrow morning, because it could pop up there, hit that 20, and possibly pull back on DGLY. But it's been running up for us. And good old plug was down a little bit. Nothing crazy. I think a little healthy pullback to that 20. It's been running up. and we've been at the bottom on it. We knew where that was. And yeah, this thing is just a little healthy pullback 170 to 159. It's at 168 right now. It's over that 20 and it is crossed over. So yeah, let it pull back a little bit. It'll roll back off. And again, we know the pattern. So just play the pattern exactly the way it wants to be played. And that's all you have to do right now because that's the only thing you can really do, to be honest with you. And CYCU right here. And we're just fortunate to know that pattern, to be honest. I'm telling you, you see so many people are struggling right now, getting crushed. And we're just cruising along like it's no big deal because, hey, we found the pattern early. B, we kind of know exactly what the market's doing every day. And C, we're still hitting 159 percenters. Like it's no big deal. So I would say that we're doing perfectly fine. And they could just do whatever they want with the market. It doesn't even matter. We're finding every opportunity. CYCU, that one popped up the other day. And again, as they come up to this MACD line, you're just being very careful. This one looks like it tried to cross over on mine just barely. I'd have to look at it tomorrow. Maybe if it gets curled up, it's not showing me anything just at the moment. If it gets curled up in another one, I'll look at like HEPA. It could be a good runner, but you do not want to jump in it at this point. We caught the bounce up the other day, and now we're letting it set up. And again, it could pull back off that MACD like that pattern's been showing us. So we'll make sure that we know that it wants to run if it does, and I'll let you guys know. PTPI, this one was moving up a little bit. I know we were looking at this, not looking bad, and could continue its way up tomorrow. So keep an eye on this one. That 20 is up at 14 cents, and we're at about 10 cents right here. So this one has room to still run up and looks like it kind of wants to. So keep an eye on that PTPI in the morning. That one's not looking bad. And how about ICON, good old icon? Here we go. Let's look at our icon, ICON, Icon Energy. Still in the basement, saw it pulling back. I know it ran up the other day. And let's see, I kind of feel like it's just pulling back to that MACD. And again, they get up to that 20, you better get out of them. They're not breaking through the resistance right now. They are just getting crushed at it. I mean, they just don't have it. Unless they just go spiking up basically like SYRS did today, and you know where it came right back down. So if you see them running up like that, you know it's coming back down, and they're quick run ups. ICON again hit that MACD yesterday, pulling back. Coming back to the coming back to the line, will it curl back up? Absolutely. But guess what? It pulled back today lower than its low was before. Its low was at like 12 cents. And today it got down to like 11 something. Yeah. 10 and a half, it looks like. Yeah, it's under 10 right now. So absolutely, that's why you have to be trading these things and not hanging out with them. And because as soon as they get moving a little bit, and again, 10 to 12 is a move right there in these penny stocks. So you got to look at these charts and know where they're going to be hitting if you're going to be jumping in them. If not, don't jump in them. It's not worth it to try to risk it and force things if you're not really paying attention because they're just real quick, boom, boom. You got to be in and out. I mean, we're catching them, don't get me wrong. But you also have to know what you're doing. You're better off just shorting the bigger ones down. It's much easier, and they're coming down easy. So you just trade the market smart and accordingly, like to how you can trade it, and it'll work out perfect. Stick to a plan. COEP. I know we looked at this thing. Another one. I mean, this thing is an interesting look, and I don't know if it's going to get through. I'm not going to lie. It had that momentum. It was trying to, and yeah, I'm afraid. I don't think it is. I know somebody on StockTwits likes it a lot. I will look at it tomorrow just to take a peek and see, but I do not think it's getting through that 20. And I think that's going to be that same pattern where it's getting knocked down right there on COEP. So we'll look at it and see. Not saying that it's going to be the end, but we know they curl up and then they get knocked down. So you don't want to be jumping in it while it's getting knocked down. LYT, another one, ran through to 20 today, but probably real quick and probably going back down tomorrow. LYT. This one went 16 to 32. It closed at 17. And yeah, it's just you get that pop up and then it does come back down. We'll see. It's still in the basement trying to fight its way out. Maybe it can run up a little bit tomorrow morning in the morning. So watch it for some momentum right there. But I'm not exactly sure if you're going to get it. But again, you might get that momentum in the morning just off of today's pop up there for LYT. We had looked at that one not long ago as well. LICN, we know we were looking at this China one, and it's been trying to curl up, dip down. We were watching it. It did reverse split. I don't know where the thing went, but I know it did the other day because I remember it did when Clue did on like the right in the beginning of March or whatever. Anyway, it's at 480, just pulling back there in the basement. Let me see what this thing wants to do here. LICN. It was trying to curl up, and I keep saying yesterday, it was definitely Sunday night. Yesterday, it pulled back there, and today, 468 to 483. It's at that 483. It's not looking bad. Another one. It's wants to roll off that MACD, guys. So watch it. They obviously run up a little bit and then they pull back good. They run up a little bit and then they pull back good. So just keep an eye on that pattern. And LICN is trying to get set up to run back up again and then expect it to pull back some more. So if you're going to want to trade it, make sure you're watching it to trade it, and boom, you're in and out while it's doing it. That CETX pulled back some more today. I did see that. It was down 8 cents. And this is that one we are looking at to try to get out of the basement that's been in there forever. And we'll see what it wants to do tomorrow. So yeah, we're just watching it. 159, it came down to 150. It actually came up at 159. I knew during the day it was down. We'll see what CETX is going to do. It's not ready just yet, but again, this thing's been in the basement forever. So we'll track that bad boy to catch the 100%er on that one. And our buddy ASTS, that Space Mobile. Excuse me, just a little bit of pullback right there today. And again, it's staying at that channel and not coming underneath, and it is setting up here. So I'll keep my eye on it tomorrow. ASTS. We'll see if it can pull, if it wants to pull back some more. It did come under that 20 right there, 29.46. It ran up into the 30s, came down into the 27s, and then it closed right at like 28.99. That's where it's at. And again, it crossed through coming down, but it could pull itself up tomorrow. And it is trying to get set up here. So we'll have to see. Let's see if it wants to pull back into the 26s or if it definitely wants to get set up on here. So at the 28s. I'll keep an eye on ASTS tomorrow and let you know what's going on. ADTX, let's look at that bad boy. That one wants to curl back up. I know that. I know he caught the big pop up there, and then it's going to pull back, and today it started to move. This is another one Sunday we were looking at to start running back up. It went 5 to 6. It closed at 6, and it might be just under 6. It's right around there. I know that. And it's not looking bad. So keep an eye on that ADTX. And again, rolling off of there, looking pretty good tomorrow to keep setting up there. So I would say ADTX, keep that on your list there. And how about RR? That's that Rich Tech Robotics. This thing was in a good spot today, trying to get cruising. It was moving, actually. I thought it was going to run a little higher, to be honest. 145 to 168. It closed at that 168. I would say keep an eye on it in the morning for that momentum. I don't think it's going to cross through, but I think you have a momentum popper right there in the morning. So keep an eye on that thing because I do think you could get a little jump in the morning there, especially early. So I know the Laptop Travel crew, which Laptop Travel is traveling overseas. So I know he hit me up and said he probably wouldn't be able to come on. And I actually took his list from last night since we didn't do the show, and I put it on there for tonight. So he said he might not be on for a night or two because he is traveling. And he is over in I don't even know where he is. I guess Asia. I don't even know what country. He travels all over the damn place. But anyway, hope he's traveling safe there. And yeah, we'll use his last night's list. And but yeah, Rich Tech Robotics. So you guys early in the morning, the Laptop Travel crew with Willie Bowlers. Check this thing out in the morning. It could have some really good momentum. It could keep it, but I'm saying just look at this bad boy early and see what it wants to do there. And RTC, let's see what that's up to right here. That's just pulling back. Let me see if it was doing anything today. We haven't looked at it in a while. I remember when this thing went popping like crazy. It is over and just kind of pulling back. I'd have to look at it. It could be trying to curl up there, but it's not showing me anything too crazy. I can look at that tomorrow and see what that's up to. And PGHL, I know this has just been pulling back here, and I'm not so sure. Maybe today is like a little bottom for it to just take a quick little pop up there. So look at it tomorrow. Maybe it can run up to that 73 area. It's at 63. And again, I don't think that one's really getting ready to pop just yet. And that's PGHL. I'll look at that. GWAV is that Green Wave Technology. This thing was curled up today, hitting the 20. I know that was up. And let's see what it did do. 27 to 30. It's at 30, but this thing was trying to get through that 20. I would look at this in the morning as well. GWAV, it's not looking bad right there. So I would keep an eye on that for a little momentum as well. GWAV, that Green Wave Technology, like I said, not looking too bad. And just posted tonight before the close. There you go, Zach. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that bad boy. And oh wait, tune into Good Morning America tomorrow for GWAV CEO Danny Meeks discussing metal tariffs and how they significantly strengthen the American steel industry. So there you go. Thank you. Right there, Zach, I think, posted that, and or Greenwave posted it, but Zach just posted it to us. So appreciate that right there, Zach. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that G wave right there. And like I said, it is trying to get through that 20. We'll see if it does. It does look like it's going to keep that momentum. So I would keep an eye on that one, especially if they're going to be on Good Morning America. So there you go. Appreciate that. I wonder, does it even say it down here? I don't see anything down there, but no big deal. Oh, wait, it did say something. Here you go. They're being interviewed by Fox on the 6th. So that was last Thursday. And I don't see anything for today, but not saying that they're not. So there you go. I believe it because they did tweet that out, it looks like. So ICCT, here we go at iCore Connect. This one's trying to curl up, running up today. Another one, you can look at it early in the morning right there. I don't think it's crossing through. So maybe you get a little more of a run up, but I can't really promise you on that. And again, I think you're going to see that 3 or 4 banger, probably a 4 banger have to go through the way they've been setting up and running lately. So that one's doing that, just kind of hitting the MACD right there. And that's what a lot of them are doing today. That's why they were starting to try to run up there and then they're hitting and just coming down. We know that look, guys. So they weren't fooling anybody. Well, they might have been fooling people, but they definitely weren't fooling us. I can tell you that. I sat there and just tracked it. And like I said, as soon as the SPY looked decent there at the end of the day, and then 10 minutes later, turned back around, I posted, told you, and I said, I don't think that thing's ready now. And that will probably be coming down tomorrow. We'll go over ANVS. Let's look at this thing. This thing's in the basement. And let me see ANVS. It could be trying to curl up 160 to 168. It's at 162. I'd have to look at it tomorrow. It's in the basement, not doing anything significant right there. So I'll take a look at it. And VRAR, let's see what that's doing. It was up 7 cents. I know we looked at it the other day. Another one hitting that line really hard right there, but I'm not so sure it's getting through. So be careful on this. Maybe it runs up tomorrow morning to that 146 area, but I have a feeling you're hitting that MACD and coming back down. So just be careful with that, and only because we know that pattern right there. And that's why we have to stick with it. Austin AUST, that Austin Gold is trying to set up. This is on a watch list, and it is. But I think this one, again, crawled up the other day, pulled back, what, yesterday it did it, and then today it's trying to set back up. I don't think it's completely ready. It might have another week or so for AUST, and we'll keep an eye on that because it is getting set up. It's just not ready. So we'll have to see when that gets ready to move because that one is a good one, but it did run up there today. And again, they're crawling up there trying to hit the MACDs and then bouncing back off right there. So let me see what it did in the after hours. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. It could run up a little bit more, like I said, get to that 132. Maybe it gets into that channel. I doubt it, though. So AUST, good runner up to today. I'm not sure about tomorrow. LTBR, that Lightbridge Corp. I remember looking at this one before. And this one I don't think is going to be moving, guys. It wants to. It gives you that look, but not so sure it's ready. And yeah, it was trying to move today 8 to 849. It closed at that 840. Maybe it gets up to that 870 area, which isn't bad, believe me. And but I'm not so sure it's really going to get blasting off or really get moving there just yet for that Light Bridge LTBR. And let's look at that ASPI here. That's ASP Isotopes. And let's see what this is doing. Another one just been trying to curl up, keeps just popping down there, bouncing down, bouncing down, bouncing down, kind of making a little base here. But I could see this one trying to pull back a little bit more. Let me see. Yeah, it was trying to do it today. 409 to 418. It came down to 392. It's at 418, so it did close with some momentum. Let's look at it. Maybe it can run up a little bit tomorrow, but I really don't think it's crossing through, to be honest with you. So maybe you get a little more of a momentum on it just because of the way it closed, but I can't even promise you that on that. And let's look at our antelope, which is AEHL. AEHL, good old antelope. And this thing is trying to get curled off. Watch Antelope tomorrow. It might try to run again and again. They just exactly what I've been saying. Curling up and then coming down and then rolling back off. And that's when they run. Today it did it 11 to 12. It closed at 11. And yeah, it is. It's just kind of flat. Maybe it runs up a little more tomorrow. If not, you're going to get that little pullback. But it does look like it's trying to run up some more tomorrow. So keep an eye on good old AEHL. I'll run through the rest of these real quick and then I'll take and go through the messages real quick. And let's take a look. AEHL, HMR. They just had a merger, I guess, with MGOL. Somebody said I don't look at it, but I did look, and MGOL is not available anymore. And I know we were trading something like that, MOGL and MGOL. So very well. And again, I said I was talking about this the other day. It popped up on my watch list. I didn't even know what it was. It was a marine shipping one. I was like, huh, wonder what this was, and I couldn't figure it out. It doesn't even say it down there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It ran up a little bit yesterday, kind of pulling back right there. Let me look. HMR. Let me see. Yeah, it definitely ran up good yesterday, 154 to 325. And some healthy pullback today, 238 to 244. It's at 212. I have to look at it tomorrow because it's so new. It's a brand new chart that just started on February 20th, it looks like. So, yeah, I'll take a look at it and see if we can get a better idea of exactly what it's doing there. And that is that HMR right there. And again, they just merged with MGOL and FBGL. And I forget who mentioned that, but I appreciate that info. And that FBGL is looking a little better today. Obviously, it was up 7 cents. And again, this thing is brand new. It's just rolling around in this basement. But I'll tell you what, it is starting to curl up. As much as you can see on it, it did just start to curl up today. So I would take a look at it now. It obviously it's at 89 cents, and I mean this thing opened up February 6th at like 426 and ran to 545. So it's way down here. The bottom was probably like 75 cents, 74 maybe. So we're not far off the bottom. And the thing it has to do is get back over this 101. It's hit it before and it can get cruising. So we'll look at it tomorrow, see if this FBGL, it is an engineering construction in Singapore, brand new. We'll see if it can get moving, but it does look much better today, I must say. So I'll say that we'll definitely keep an eye on that. RNAZ right here, transcode. And this one's in the basement, and I don't think this one's moving right there, guys. RNAZ, I don't think that's getting moving. I think that is going to be bouncing off that MACD and just coming back down. And True Golf, I don't know if this one's going to get cruising just yet. It'll get set up. It's trying to hold itself up, but it might have some more pullback in it. TRUG. So yeah, True Golf, I'm not so sure. It was trying to curl up today. Again, we know that look. I'm not sure it's going through that MACD. I doubt it. So I'd expect it to maybe pull back to set back up, and that is TRUG and SES. Let's look at that SES one. It's an AI Corp, and this thing maybe it is bottoming out here. I have to look at this one tomorrow. It's way down there. That could be, but again, maybe you get a quick run up tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure it will get out of the basement or if it's going to actually curl up. But regardless of either one, it looks like you could get a little bounce play tomorrow. So you keep an eye on that SES in the morning and SLNH. Let's look at that one. That's at Soluna Holdings. We've been watching this just kind of pull back there. And another one came up to hit the MACD. Let me see if it could cross through. It was trying to. SLNH. And yeah, I don't think it's going to, guys. It's probably going to get pulled back some more tomorrow. So yeah, these things I don't think are ready yet. We'll look at them obviously again tomorrow, but I just don't think they're ready. That SUNE, we looked at it the other day. It ran up and then it's trying to curl up again. And another one, it is making that really big curl up like it wants to get flying. But guys, we know this pattern. It's probably going to hit that MACD and come lower than it was. And that's that look when you see them get curled up trying to make it to the MACD. They get moving. They look great to curl up and get out of the basement. And then the next thing you know, they hit that and come down. And that's why we're being super patient. And we're kind of just hitting them as they curl up. And you know you have to get out of them. So when they're curling up like about 3 days out from really curling up to the MACD, especially on these big fish hooks, that's when they pop. And then you get another little run up like we're seeing on SUNE today, ran up that 5 cents, but probably going to see it pull back there. So that's the look you're getting. And I mean, it's all across the board. INTJ, Intelligent Group, this thing was run up today, and another one. It just kind of looks like it's going to hit that MACD. It was trying to get up there today, 74 to 112, and then it pulled back and closed at 77. And again, it was trying to curl up there, but I don't think it's ready to do anything. So it's probably going to hit that MACD line tomorrow and then pull back there for SUNE or INTG as well and SUNE, but INTG is what we're looking at. And that one's going to do that. SYTA, this one is down 17 cents, hitting that line. It was crawl. Let me see what this one's doing. I got to blow up that chart right there. Huh. That one I'd have to look at. It's trying to bottom out. It could get a little roll off tomorrow, guys. Keep an eye on SYTA right there. That could be a little runner tomorrow. So I'll take a look at that one, just the way it looks. And FAMI right here is pulling back. Let me see. And another one was trying to roll up there, and then we kind of knew that look. And I don't know if that's ready just yet. FAMI looks like it's going to be pulling back some more. And Rhyme right here, RIME, that was up 15 cents. Someone wanted to look at it last night. I'll tell you what, guys, I was looking at it today. It was looking really good there. So keep an eye on this Rhyme. It's getting to be in a good spot. And another one that we had looked at before. So keep an eye on RIME, especially tomorrow. I would say it's trying to get moving. If not, it's going to get really set up in the next few days. So we are going to keep that bad boy on the list. IPA had earnings. What, tomorrow is it? No, it's the Thursday, bunch or Thursday. And this thing looks like it's trying to curl up right now. So we had it on the list, Sunday? I keep saying yesterday. I know we went over it, Sunday? It pulled back yesterday. It looks pretty good for tomorrow. And again, a day out from the earnings. If you want to try to play it tomorrow, watch this thing. I wouldn't mess with it on the earnings, but IPA, it could be a good one to be drinking with tomorrow. So take a look at that good old IPA. It could be a tasty one tomorrow. And then again, I would get out of it for earnings. KTOS, Kratos Defense and Security Solutions. And this bad boy is hitting that 50. And I think you're just going to get a little pullback here. Yeah, I think you're going to get that pullback, and then it's going to have to set back up for that. And then GRRR, that's that Gorilla one, and it took that huge dip, came down. I think it was just a little bit of run up today. I don't think it's really ready, guys. I think you're probably gonna see some more pullback on that GRRR, the Gorilla Technology. So we'll keep an eye on that, but I do think it's going to pull back. And LITM. That's Snow Lake Resources, and that thing was curling up really good. I bet a bunch of people thought it was going to pop real big, and then all of a sudden hits that MACD, and this comes down even lower than it was before. It's at 39 to 35. It's at 37. The low before was 38, guys. So there you go. Like we know, that's exactly the pattern that they're doing, and we are not getting faked out by any of them. I'll run through the laptop travel list real quick and our Joey's jams, and I'll check out what you guys want to look at real fast. We'll go through the SPY and our other big caps, and of course, we'll look at crypto and see what it looks like. Bitcoin's at 83,353, and Solana's at 125. Just to give you an idea, Chainlink's at $13 and H bar's at 20 cents, and Ethereum's still at 1,921, under $2,000. So yeah, they are not exactly moving, and they were looking better a little bit ago, but again, I don't think anything's really ready. Ripple's at 221, and actually, we'll just look at crypto real quick since I just went through them. And Cardano's at 73, so here we go. I'll just look at the charts real quick, tell you what they look like. Here we go. Let me pull up Bitcoin and see what that chart looks like. It is, I mean, it says it's green on here, but it's hitting that 200. Let me see. Are they still those moving day averages, 50 and 200? Yeah, 50 and 200. Hitting that 200 right there. And yeah, I don't think it's crawling through there. So I think it's doing the exact same thing everything is doing. And it tried to curl through there and looked really good until you got Trump tweeting shit, and then it got crazy for the summit, which basically was like nothing. So everyone's hopped up about a Friday summit when he tweeted out on Sunday everything, all the news. It's been just bizarre, guys, and obviously being manipulated for sure. Ethereum's at 1900. And that one is not crawling through just yet. So yeah, they're not ready. Ripple's at 222. And I don't know if that's ready. Let me see. I mean, it's trying to pull up a little bit tonight. And again, we kind of just notice patterns, so we're not getting all excited over nothing because they're up for one evening here. So that's for sure. Solana's at 126. Really good buys down here, that's for sure. Kind of trying to make a base. And again, it's curling up really hard on that MACD, and I don't think it's going through right now. It just doesn't look like it wants to at the moment. I could see it pull back for another week or so and then get set up and things get rolling. So that's what crypto looks like at the moment to me, guys, and I'll keep you posted on that. Let's go ahead and look at our laptop travel list and our Jolie's jams. Here we go. We'll roll right through these AAME. That one, if we looked at it, that one was up the other day. What, yesterday it ran up actually. AAME, and then it pulled back today, so it's doing exactly what everything else is doing. So I'm telling you, even these ones are doing it. Everything's that pattern. BGI, here we go. Burks Group, and this one's just kind of pulling back, and looks like it is pulling back right here. BKI, that one didn't even come. Oh, BGI, that's why. BGI. And it's in that channel right there, but it appears like it's trying to pull back. I'd have to look at that one. BOWN is a shell company, that Bowen, and that one's just kind of pulling back as well. So yeah, a lot of these are just a little bit of pullback here. COTY, this one had tried to run up yesterday. This one is pulling back right here. So I would say you're getting some pullback on that one after some run up. And CRVO right here, Servomed. This one looks good, trying to run up today. I would keep an eye on this. It was up 14 cents right there, 203 to 237. It's at 234 right now. I would keep an eye on CRVO in the morning, guys. That one could be a nice mover. And GOVX right here. This one's actually pulling back down there to the MACD, so it can get set back up, it looks like. Let me see. I'd say that's pulling back. And let's see what that HWH is up to right here. HWH down 5 cents. And that one's just pulling back to get set back up. So we'll keep an eye on that for when it wants to roll back off. It's trying to. I'll look at that tomorrow. KZI, it is trying to get set up. It's not ready yet, but I would say in about a week or so, we got to keep this on the list because this one will be pretty good. You can just see it getting set up right there. And again, probably has a good week or so. So I'll look at that one. And let's see what these are. LBTY, and it is a B, I think. I don't even see it, but there is a Liberty Global, and I bet that's what it is. And it's probably the bonds or something. LBTY something else. B. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's for the bonds. We'll look at a couple of these. And this one actually did run up today. It's a little bit tough to look at. Just the chart's a little weird, but it is trying to move. I think it is a bond one or something. Teleservices in Bermuda. I'd have to look at that again. MGIH. Let's see real quick. This one looks good, guys. Actually, could be a runner for tomorrow. MGIH. Keep an eye on this one. MGIH. There we go. And yeah, this one could touch that one. Wait, where is it? 170. Yeah, like 170 area. It's at 161 right now. So keep an eye on this thing tomorrow. MGIH, not looking too bad. MSGM. Let's see. MSGM. Motorsport games. We used to look at this a few times. This one's just kind of pulling back right there. GM. I remember looking at this. Yeah, that looks like it's going to pull back. Maybe it's going to roll off the MACD, but I have to look at that one. PTLE. Let's see what that PTLLTD is doing. This one's actually not looking bad. Ran up today. And I would say you could probably keep an eye on this tomorrow. It's in a pretty good spot, 131 to 157. It closed at 135, but not looking too bad right there. And let's look at PUMSY. That is an OTCer. Had pulled back. So that one looks like it's coming down a little bit. We'll have to check that one out. And that REMY is REMYY. And I remember this one was a regular one. I remember it just had one Y. I think it got changed into an OTCer. It is between that channel. It's at 538. It's not looking terrible right there. It does look like it's trying to get set up for REMYY. So that is another OTCer, but not looking bad. SVRA, Savara. I know this one. I've traded this one a bunch, and it's just in a little bit of a downtrend at the moment. That thing was running up there, and it could easily jump up into that 20 and get popped up. So watch this thing. If it can get up into the 270s, it could get cruising again. It's a biotech company. I don't know what the heck they even do. March 6th, it's not even around that, but they launched something, some clear path dry blood spot test to detect autoimmune pulmonary something. So anyway, they do something biotech, and we'll watch that one, see what it wants to do there. TTEC. Let's look at TTEC Holdings. This one's getting set up, guys. Just a little pullback. I'd have to look at this tomorrow, but this one looks like it's pretty good trying to get set up. I'm going to have to take a look at that guy. And UA, is that Under Armour? Yes, it is. And it's moving up there. Good old Under Armour. Let's see what they're doing. And UA right here. It is trying to cruise up there. So Under Armour is only at 666. It's the devil right there. 663 on here. But it could run up to that $7 area. So keep an eye on Under Armour. That's pretty cheap, it seems like, for Under Armour. That's way down. And XRTX is like Exortix or something, therapeutics. I don't even know how to say it, but it is pulling back right here and does look like it's pulling back. So we'll see what it does when it hits the MACD. It may get set up, so we'll look at it. ZEPP is that Zepp Health Corporation hitting some resistance up there. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, that one's interesting. 294 and came down. So I think it gapped up. What did it close at yesterday? That closed at 283 and opened at 294 and then closed at 283 today. Like I said, that's an interesting one. Without looking at the numbers, I was like, what is going on? It was just kind of bizarre. I'd have to look at that tomorrow, to be honest, which is ZEPP. And there you go at your laptop travel list, and not bad ones right there. Like I said, some good ones, CRVO and that MGIH and PTLE. Definitely take a look at them bad boys tomorrow. They were looking good. And let's look at Agrify right here. That was pulled back. I'm telling you, this thing is trying to get set up in the right spot. I've just been staying patient. I've been looking at it each day, and we'll see if today maybe was its bottom down there at 1445. I'm not convinced yet, but it's getting to be in a really good spot, guys. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on Agrify. I can tell you that right now. And Blink, BLNK, they do have their earnings coming up. Is that Thursday as well? And it was trying to roll up there. I would watch for Blink to maybe run up tomorrow. Not sure I'd play it on the earnings, but could be a mover for you tomorrow. Good old Sezzle. This one's pulling back here. Let's see. Let me see what Sezzle's up to. SEZL. And it was trying to move up today. And again, I'm not convinced that yesterday was its bottom. We'll see if it was. Hit some good support down there. So we'll look. But again, I'm not completely convinced on that. And good old Sterling STRL. This thing's been at the bottom. It has some good support down here now. Trying to curl up right now. I would say Sterling is one to keep an eye on. Let's see. STRL. Yeah, it might get rolling off that MACD, get up to that 124. It's at 117. So maybe take a look at that one. What did Rivian do? I don't remember. I saw it today. I don't remember. It was down today. I know it's getting set up. That's why I don't remember what it was doing. Maybe it's trying to get set up. It might not get set up for a while. It has like a couple days left, and I don't think it's going to make it. So it could miss that opportunity. It had a weird day. It closed and opened at the same spot, 1091, closed at 1092, got up to 1120, came down to 1048, and we'll see. And I'm telling you, just knowing the pattern, I don't think it's making it. So that is our Rivian. And that is RIVN, and Symbotic is SYM right here. And let's see what Symbotic's doing. SYM down 2 cents. Looks like it might have ran up in that after hours, and another one just curling up to the MACD and just pulling back there. So that's exactly what it did. 2128 to 2205. It came down to 2023, and it looks like it closed at 2128. So it opened and closed at the same spot. Like it doesn't know what it wants to do, but I think they want to come back down. So another one, like I said, has a few more days to set up, but I think it's going to be pulling back right there, and that is your Symbotic. And let's go ahead. We'll look at our big caps and our Mag 7 real quick, and then we'll go through, see what you guys want to look at. I know there's a few of them. I saw that TTOO and PTPI. I think we covered that. I'll look at it again. And I saw some other ones. Barber posted a few, and Luis Rodriguez. So I did see them just now as I was scrolling through. So here, I'll run through these guys, our big caps and our Mag 7, and I'll hit the messages. So here we go. Let's roll. See what our big caps and stuff are going to do. Our SPY was down. It closed down 466. I don't know how many days it's been down, but it's been a lot. I can almost count it. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That day it was almost up 11, 12, 13, like almost 2 weeks in a row. And remember that last Sunday, not this past one, but the one before, we were saying, I didn't think it was ready to roll, and we were thinking about it. It was going down. I'd say we got that on the money right there. And I think it's going to get into the basement tomorrow, that SPY, and come down even more. So that's what it looks like to me, guys, at the moment. And at 7 a.m. we'll be going over it. And they do like to be up at 7 a.m. And I'm still telling you guys, I'm not confident that they go up. And we're seeing exactly what they want to do at 7 a.m., spelling it out on the live show in the morning and knowing exactly what's happening. So obviously you want to see what's going to be setting up for tomorrow on here, and then in the morning see what's really happening. So you have a little quick watch list you can keep track, and boom, you can play this market perfectly, I'm telling you. So anyway, that's your SPY. We'll keep up on it. And Apple was down $6. We weren't confident in that going up, and that came way down. And again, that one could come way down here. Yeah, it doesn't even look like it's close. It's hitting some support down here at 220, exactly where it's at. And I think it wants to get down into the basement. That thing could come way down there, Apple. So we'll just keep watching these things. And if they just want to keep going down, just short them down. And the worst possibility is that they want to reverse and you lose on that option, catching it down, and you reverse them on the way up and make up for it in tenfolds because they'll jump way up. So that's the way you have to look at it too. You can play them both ways. That's what's great about the options. And yeah, we've known exactly what these things were doing. Amazon was trying to crawl up today. I don't know. Like I was saying, I think Amazon's going to be the first one to move, that one and Google. And it was up today, but I'm not convinced it's ready. So just watch it and see if it comes down some more tomorrow. AMZN. It is sitting on a little support there, but I'm not that confident in it. And again, it's trying to get out of the basement, but it didn't get out, and all it has to do is hit that line. It's coming back down, and it'll be way back down some more. And that is good old Amazon. Google right here was down, and yeah, I don't think that one's ready. I think you're gonna have a pullback. Obviously, same exact pattern. You had that 1, 2, and now you're going to be working on your third one, but it's got to pull back to get there now. So you're going to have that pull back. And good old Meta, that was up $7. But again, another one just bounced off that line. And I don't think that it's really ready to go down. Yesterday looked like it could have been its bottom, but I'm not exactly thinking that it is. I think they're coming back down some more, guys. So I'm not confident. Microsoft was up 29 cents. It's at 380, and that thing looks like it's going to be coming back down. It's under its support. It looks like it's about to rip through the basement and go like straight down. So that's what Microsoft looks like. We'll see it in the morning and see what it wants to do, but that's what they all look like right there. And good old Nvidia right here. That one was up $1.78. It was holding on for dear life on this support line right here at 106. And another one, I just don't think it's ready. It was trying to make that move, and maybe it's going to try to make that curl up tomorrow. So maybe Nvidia is bottoming out here, possibly. We'll look at it tomorrow. I can't promise you that, but we will definitely look at it. So maybe Nvidia will try to move, but again, we will definitely look at them in the morning and know exactly what they want to do. And Tesla was up today, and Trump did tweet out that he did want to go buy a Tesla or whatever, and I posted that picture of the golf cart Cybertruck that I made on AI because that's the only one that I could imagine that he would drive. I'm pretty sure Trump is not driving anywhere to go buy a Tesla. So I don't think that's happening. I understand it's good promotion for Elon, but I mean, in reality, Trump is not buying a Tesla to go drive around. So let's face it. And for that, Tesla went up today, but it looks like it's going back down again tomorrow, guys. So I don't think it's really holding up. Maybe I'm wrong and that was the bottom and they start crawling up. But again, and Tesla's tried it multiple times. We know that Tesla's had a couple like it's working on like a five banger now. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this will be the five banger when it starts rolling back up. And again, I'm still not ready for it. And it's still going to stay in that basement's what it looks like. So it did jump up on Trump's uh, buying power, I guess you'll say, but I'm not sure it's ready. AMC was down, and I'm not so sure that's ready either. That looks like it's staying down here. AMC and good old Chewy. I just skipped one, but Chewy was up today. I did see it. That's why I guess I jumped to it. 31.88 to 33.52, and that's where it closed. So Chewy didn't look bad today, but again, I'm not convinced it's really ready to get moving. Just one of them kind of curl ups. And you know that's basically all it was. GameStop was up 19 cents, and another one I doubt it's getting moving. So I don't think any of these are really ready. I think they were just kind of bouncing up today, as we've seen it happen a few times, and I'm just not confident. And Unity was down a little bit today, and so that one looks like it's pulling back as well, the letter U. So we'll keep an eye on that one too. And yeah, that looks like it's just pulling back right there. Good old Unity. And here we go. Let's take a look and see what the other guys are doing real quick. Our Netflix and our semiconductors and the rest of them. And then we'll go through and see what you guys want to see here. So here we go. Let's rock and roll. Good old Netflix. I don't even remember what that was doing. It was up $28. I don't even remember seeing it, guys. But it's hitting that some what was its support is now its resistance, and I don't think it was just bouncing off that bottom. I just don't think it's ready, to be honest with you. We'll see tomorrow. Maybe yesterday was its bottom there. It could be. So we'll keep an eye on them and see what they want to do. I'm not 100% confident, but we'll be able to tell a little bit better tomorrow. So we'll look at them and see. Maybe they're plummeted out to the bottoms and they can start reversing themselves back up here. So that's Netflix, and we'll watch it tomorrow. AVGO was up today, and another one. It wants to curl up. We've seen this look a million times, and I don't think it's getting through this MACD. It's going to hit it and bounce down, is what it looks like to me, guys. So I just think that they ran up today, and you're going to see some pullback, is what it looks like to me. MU was up $1.97. That same look. I don't think it's ready to get cruising. So I can't say that I would think that it's going to be moving up there. TSM was up 32 cents, and this thing looks like it's about to go way down, guys. So might want to just look at TSM going down, I think, because I don't think that one's ready yet either. So I will definitely keep an eye on all of these. SMCI, that was up 394, and another one. I mean, it's going to have that big fish hook up. That 20's up here to like $44. Maybe it can run up there tomorrow, but I'm not sure it's going to stay up there. And I think you're going to see it dipping back down. Not unless something really crazy happens, or Trump makes some crazy tweet, or all this gets ironed out. But it does not look like that's happening at the moment. AMD was down, and that looks like it's going to be pulling back some more. It's right on that bottom line right there. And it does. It looks like it's going to try to hit that MACD and pull back some more. So AMD doesn't look like that's going to make it through. And QCOM, that was down today. We thought this way, and this is a perfect example. They were curling up big, pulling back. This has some support right down there at 149. I don't think it's holding it up there. So that is QCOM, and INTC was down 15 cents, and another one looks like it's pulling back. They could easily go right through their supports and just keep on going right into the basement. You could see another week of pullback, guys. Like I said, I'm watching it obviously like a hawk, you know that, and keeping you posted. And just play them, like I said, just play them down. If they want to go down, just keep playing them down there. And it's perfectly easy, honestly. And you make just do as well as if you were trying to buy the call options going up, and then you just will call option them going up when they're ready to go up. That's all. PayPal, another one. I don't think it's getting through, guys. I think you're about to see some more pullback on PayPal here. So again, I just don't think that we're ready to get rolling here, hitting that line hard, and I think you're going to have some pullback tomorrow. So it could be another nasty day. Snow is up a little bit, and that thing looks like it's going to pull back some more, and that could have some big pullback. SNOW. So Snow could come down. Dell is up, and again, Dell's not ready, I don't think. And let's see. I know it was curling up there. It makes it look like yesterday wants to be its bottom. We've seen it happening before, and but I'm just not convinced again that they're ready to get rolling. So I will keep an eye on them and let you guys know. But yeah, I'm not convinced. PLTR, I think that one's dipping down more. It was up a little bit today, but I still think that's pulling back. It just doesn't have that look like it's ready, and every time I've been saying it, they've been pulling back. So I have a feeling we're going to see that pullback. Sophie, another one, trying to keep itself out of the basement. I think you're about to see the basement, Sophie. And Mara's down here, down 9 cents. And this one's trying to keep itself up over the MACD. It might not do it the way crypto looks. So we'll keep an eye on Mara. It's trying to bounce off tomorrow. So we'll watch and see if it can. But I'm not even sure if it can do it. Riot, RIOT, was up like 16 cents. And this is another one just trying to keep itself up there at the bottom before it goes into the basement. So I'm not so sure it's going to keep itself up. And good old good old strategy, it is MSTR. This was up $21. And it was curled up, and I don't think it's getting through, guys. It was setting up, trying to, and I didn't think it was really going to. And yeah, I think you're going to hit that MACD and come bouncing back down tomorrow. I just don't think it's ready yet. So that's even the crypto, MicroStrategy, the stock market, everything. Trump media is down today, 35 cents. Look, keeps looking like the other day it wanted to curl up. Remember, it looked like it was looking good. And then guess what it did? It hit that MACD line on the 7th and on Friday. And then yesterday, major pullback there. Looks like it's going to continue to pull back. Fun had looked good at one point, and that keeps pulling back here. Fun is trying to get through, though. Let's look at it. I don't know if it will, but it's trying. Yeah, I don't know. I think it might just bounce back. It was trying to, but I'm not sure it's ready to have some fun. Now, here's another one from yesterday, guys, or 2 nights ago. Mountain. Remember Sunday night? I was saying, watch this thing. There you go. It was up like $11 today. It opened at 162 or somewhere. It ran up pretty good. Let me tell you what it did. It opened at 161. It got up to 167. Its low was 158 and it closed at 166 in that channel. Remember, we were talking about Val Resorts and if it could finally get moving. That one popped up right there. So that had been way down for a while. And there you go for Mountain, MTN, and McDonald's. This one was down like $10 today. And this thing looks like if it crosses down, it might be the best one to short out of them all because it may come way down here. So McDonald's may take a nice little dip. And we'll have to take a look at that one, MCD. And let's take a look at Boeing up 591. And this thing, again, just down here at the bottom in the basement, popped out of the basement. I don't really think it's ready to roll, guys. So it makes it look like it wanted to bottom out. I'm not convinced it is. We'll take a look at it tomorrow and see if it wants to curl up or not. And Space SPC, this one's just been a disaster altogether. So, another one in the basement, just trying to curl up, not doing anything. IBM was down 795. I think IBM might be getting down some more, so keep an eye on that to just keep on dipping. And Disney, let me see that IBM on here. Yeah, that looks like it could be dipping pretty good. And good old Disney took a huge dip, and that one looks like it's getting into the basement. So keep an eye on Disney to be way down as well. And again, I just don't think the markets are looking so hot. Oxy was even down. They were trying to get set up, and they just couldn't do it either. And ExxonMobil, I don't think was really moving that much either today. I think that was down as well. XOM, and it was down 264. It was trying to get set up, and another one just trying to get curled up. It looked like it tried to push its way through. It did. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on ExxonMobil. Maybe it can get set up to move. I'll watch it and see what it can do tomorrow. And good old Nike was down a little bit, and that's also pulling back there. And DXYZ was down a hair, and that's trying to pull back as well. And there you go at your Mag 7 big caps that we look at. And let me take a look and see what you guys want to look at here. Investors will be looking at the US CPI tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. I did see that. People talking about that. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez. And let's see what else you guys want to look at right here. I don't know what that is, but it's not a big deal. And let's see, boom, ba boom, ba boom. Let me see icon we looked at. Let me just see GWAV, TTO. Let's look at that. 55 vet right there, TTOO. Oh yeah, that's on the OTCers. That's right. And honestly, it's really not looking bad for an OTC. I would take a look at this one. This is one of the better OTCers out there, I must say, that we look at. PTPI, this one was looking pretty good today. Curled through, curled up, not looking bad. I know we covered it, and yeah, it's not looking too bad to run up in the morning to like that 14 cent area. So keep an eye on that there. 55 vet. And there you go with them bad boys. Let's see. MDB filling the gap. Let's see. Is that mono, whatever it's called? MongoDB. Oh, yeah, this one. And again, look, I just don't think it did curl up today. I'm not so sure it's ready yet, to be honest. We'll see tomorrow. It did curl up really nice, 181 to 197. Close at that 196. Maybe it'll run up some more tomorrow, but has to get out of that basement, curl up, and we know that look. Just look at it tomorrow. I think you might have some momentum in the morning there, Luis Rodriguez, on that MDB, and then we'll have to look at it. I'll actually jot that down for the morning. MDB, remind me of that one in the morning. and we'll take a look at that bad boy, see what it's doing. CRDO, Credo Technology. This one's actually trying to get moving there in a pretty good spot as well. We'll look at this one. This one could be a little bounce. I don't think it's going to cross through, but I think you could have a nice bounce play right there on CRDO. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. CRDO. There we go. And Neo, I know we looked at that before. Like I said, it was definitely trending. We were checking it out. And here we go. Let's look at Neo right here, NIO. And that did pop up there today. And I would look at that tomorrow to be a little momentum play, guys. So 482 to 533. It's at 523. And that very well could be a momentum play. Barbara wanted CDT. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. CDT. And that one's trying to curl up, looking good today. We were looking at that Sunday. Well, we've been looking at it, and I remember it was looking pretty decent. And yeah, 108 to 118. It's at 113, not looking bad. That 20's at 131. So CDT, I would take a look at that in the morning, not looking bad right there, Barbara. And SAG, let's see what SAG's doing. I know we were looking at it. That one took that one's just curling up, and another one just going to take its time curling up right here. Could have a little bit of pullback, and you probably are about a day or two. So one of these days this week, it should run up there. So check out that SAG Holdings or whatever, and SKK Holdings, SKK. That one's looking really good right there too. Barbara up 11 cents. And let's see what it did in the after hours. Yeah, that could get running up to that 94 to that 87. So keep an eye on SKK, not looking bad right there. But obviously keep an eye on it to hit that 50 up there at about 93, 94. So there you go with that. SMCI, yeah, it did show. I'm telling you, but we just have to be careful. It's not looking bad. But again, I think we may still see a little pullback. It is keeping that base. And I think SMCI, if it comes down, it's only going to get to that 33. I'm not so sure it'll come through that support line right there, just because it's been holding itself up pretty well. So we will keep an eye on that. The Tesla Icon, we did that bad boy right there, Austin. If you didn't hear it, let's see. I don't know what I said, but I do remember I was pulling back today, and I think it might have been a little pullback. Oh, yeah, we'll see if it wants to roll off. It did pull back there after it was hitting that 20. We'll have to see when it wants to roll back off the MACD for ICON. And KTOS, we did these bad boys for Drake. So we did see them guys, and I think I got all of them. And let's see, did I get everything else? I think I did right there. Boom, ba boom, ba boom. We'll take a look and see what else. No problem. 55 vet. And let's take a look and see what else is going on real quick. Hold on. Let's see what's happening on our scanners. And then we'll take a look and see what's going on in the StockTwits world real fast. Here we go. SYRS obviously was trending. B-Hat's up there looking good for tomorrow. I'm telling you. Oh, that CUTR. We had looked at it. And another one setting up, guys. I would take a look at this bad boy. It definitely is setting up. It tried to run up there today. And I mean, let's see. I gotta see this thing. CUTR. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it ran up and tried to pull back there. I'll have to look at that tomorrow. That Ford pulled back right there. AWH pulled back. Neo ran up there. Lucid's been pulling back. We're watching that to try to get set up. It's not ready. American Airlines, remember we were saying they were going down, and not literally, but the stock is going down, I'll say. That didn't sound good. And ONDS, people were asking about this last night, and they had earnings coming up. I don't know if I would have known it would have popped up there today. I'm not going to lie. It did run a little bit, but it was pretty quick, I think. 74 to 134, and it closed at 76. I don't even know when it ran up there, but it was a pretty quick one, ONDS. And like I said, a few people had asked about it. And that Ray had popped up. People were asking about that last night, and that did pop up. DNN, I'd keep an eye on that. We were looking at it, was up a little bit. And our SPY is down, but we'll see if it wants to bottom out. Like I said, we don't really know exactly what it's trying to do here, and we'll know tomorrow morning, that's for sure. That open is down. Let me see what else is going on over here. If anything else grabs my attention that we need to keep an eye on. Let's see. That Ray and TNON. we were just looking at that Sunday night TNON that ran up today right there. I don't know if it's going to continue, but it did run up. And let's see anything else. That SNOA that ran up a little more today. We were looking at that the other day as well. What else? What else? What else? I think that's it. JFBR, is that Jeff's brands? This one pops up every once in a while, and he looks like he's trying to get moving. So we'll keep an eye on Jeff's brands, JFBR. And yeah, that's about it right there. I don't see anything else too crazy. Let me look and see what's going on the stock twits world. The euro surges on Ukraine ceasefire proposal and tariff squeeze stocks. Asian stocks edge up. Australia nears correction. Wall Street braces for inflation report at critical moment for a report for markets. And the stock market news March 11th. The Dow pairs losses while Canada, US discuss trade tensions and stock futures rise as key consumer inflation reports loom. So I'm not sure if the futures and the overnights are up. I'm not even sure there. Let me go ahead and tell you what's trending on stock twits real quick. Here we go. That NEO, that Melania coin's down at 7 cents. I don't even know how that's trending on there. XPEV, I know we looked at that recently. Maybe not. I was thinking of something else. SPEV. This is that XPEV because that's a China auto manufacturer. That's way at the top. Take a look at that tomorrow, guys. How about that Kohl's? KSS, this got shorted way down there on the earnings. We caught the pop up, obviously. We were looking at it, and today it popped way down there on their earnings. So that's dipped down. KSS and ZVRA. What's ZVRA? I don't even know what that is. ZVRA. Zevra Therapeutics. This thing isn't looking too bad there. I'd have to look at it, though. And I have no idea what HSAI is. What is that? HSAI, Hesia Group. This is another, these China auto parts. Let's just look for China auto part companies real quick and see what's up with them things. Holy shit, they're going nutty right there. So, yeah, I might have to scan through and see. I think Groupon's up here, GRPN. I think that's what that is. GRPN. That is Groupon. And that looks like it's dipping down some more. And Tesla was up. And SFXI, or what am I saying? SFIX, SFix is Stitch Fix. And this thing's actually was trying to move up on earnings. I'm not so sure. So there you go. That's what's trending over there on the old stock twits. And boom, I would say that's everything for you. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in, sending in some great stock tickers. And I'll send out the list. I'll put it right here so I remember. Put it on top of the stock cube. I do remember when I do that. I'll shoot out the list with my marks on it. You guys can take a look. There are some really good ones, honestly, especially them first few. That SYRS obviously ran up today, but OCEA and Buru and BHAT, Wint, SDOT, that UOKA and that GV, LAC is setting up right there and a bunch of other ones. So I'd say we know what's going on. And our big caps and our Mag 7, we'll go over all of them in the morning. We always do. And we'll look at crypto and see what it's up to, if it's trying to move. I'm not so sure they are. Like I said, I'm not completely convinced. Maybe another week or so. Maybe that's what it looks like. And like I said, I'm perfectly fine with it. We're just crushing this market. So we'll see what wants to pop tomorrow. Obviously, keep an eye on that OCEA and a few of them other ones. Oh, I meant to look at one other one, TRNR. I wanted to see what that was up to. Down 3 cents, pulling back. It was trying to set up the other day. I bet this thing gets rolling off the MACD in the next few days, TRNR. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well, because that thing I think is going to get set back up the run. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that there. So and there you go, everyone. I'd say that's a good market review. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. You know we'll be on at 7 a.m. We'll do our Joey's jumpers and our laptop lowdowns. I'm not sure if we'll have laptop lowdowns again. Laptop travel is traveling, so safe travels to him. And we'll just cruise through the market, obviously, see what's going on. I'll pull up my scanners. I'm going to run through them tonight, see if I can find anything good. why everything's kind of all out of whack and stuff. And let me pull up couple that we can look at in the morning that might be popping up here. So I'll do that after here, and then boom, that we'll have a couple other ones right there. We'll go through our market and see what's going on. And US, what is it? USO is the oil, right? United States Oil Fund. Yeah, drill baby drill, and it's just going down. Um, let's see what it looks like. USO, it's been dipping. It was up a little bit today. Again, I am just not confident that they're ready to get rocking and rolling just yet, but and they will be good. UCO as well. Yeah, it just looks like it's ready to pull back some more there. But again, we're going to catch all these bad boys at the very bottom, run them up on options, and we've been perfect running them down. We've known what the markets were going to do, and we've even picked out the 100%ers. So I would say we're doing perfectly fine. And yeah, I don't mind if it pulls back some more tomorrow. So I'll put it right down some more, and I'll even tell you which ones to do it with. So there you go, everybody. So I think that is a very good market review. And like I said, we're taking advantage of the opportunities no matter what the market conditions are. That's what I was talking about months ago. And now you can see it's happening. And like I was saying, we were getting prepared for that market to pull back and being able to play it either which way. It didn't matter which way it wanted to go. I wanted to be set up and ready because I knew it was going to get wild. And here you go, guys. And you know I say it, and we're always 3 months early. And like I tell you, by summertime, just think about 3 months from now, things are going to be hitting like all-time highs, and people are going to forget that they were all the way down here, and everybody's going to say, "Shit, I wish I had bought them up because I could have made millions." And happens every single time. And you guys see, I buy them when everybody's in a panic mode. I'm like, huh, just let me have some more because I know in a couple months they'll be up and I can be patient. So I'm good with it. And that's the way to play the market. So there you go, everybody. I would say that is a very good market review, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Doge Mama 9, Luis Rodriguez, Bong Pre-Chan, the Chiefs there, Tony 90, Alicia. There was a bunch of people on there. Appreciate everybody hanging out. 55 Vet, I know. I see a bunch of other people were hanging out. So thank you again, everybody, and check us out 7 a.m. for pre-market. We will cover everything, go through the market, see what's going to be popping, what it looks like. If we need to short it down some more, I kind of feel like we will, but we'll pick it apart and know exactly what to do. So there you are, everyone. You guys have a great night, and I will catch you guys in the morning. Have a good night, and I'll see you at 7.